This would be Sean, a.k.a. Shizzzon. Alright.
Or Sharpie.
Or Sharpie, or with a Sharpie.
They call me Sharpie when I got a Sharpie. It's pretty
or White Castles when he's wearing a White Castles, outfit.
Yeah, I'll wear everything.
Yeah.
That way I don't have any naked videos on them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, this is a video for Pbnation in the off-topic Caraudio thread.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Puberty Nation?
No. Pbnation.
What the hell is Pbnation?
It's a paintball website.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you sort of... Okay.
It's for the people on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So these people don't believe you have a stock alt with 21K.
Probably because they don't compete in Caraudio.
Well, there's a few on there. They're cool with their DB race, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and their 144s.
Well, why do you think they think that I can't burp that much power off the stock alt meter for?
Because they're fucking idiots.
Okay, I don't think they think themselves are idiots. So why do you think they think that it can't be done?
I don't know. I'm only videoing. You don't fucking ask me the question. I'm asking you the fucking question.
I'm sorry, Puberty Nation Master.
It's Pbnation. This game.
That's the abbreviation for puberty, okay?
No, it's not. It's paintball.
Okay, well,
Playboy.
Puberty Ball Nation. Whatever.
Okay, so are they loud? No. Are you loud? No. Not right now.
Paintballs don't get loud. And I'll put your paintball gun in the lane and prove it to you.
So what about these kids doing 144s and thinking they're the shit because they got a wall and a fucking F-150?
Someone's got a wall and only does a 44?
Yeah, at the windshield.
Maybe they should come by my house.
What, so you can rape them?
Yeah. I'm going to rape a Puberty Nation member.
It's paintball.
Yeah. It's paintball until it's rape. Then it's Puberty Nation.
Okay, let's leave it at that. So no more rape. What about Team Cock?
Not going to be any...
How's Team Cock and Mecca doing?
I guarantee you that Team Cock sucks.
What? I thought we were Team Cock.
No. We are nothing. There is no we.
I thought that was fucking Nintendo Wii.
We ain't fucking each other. We ain't fucking nobody. We ain't cocks.
Okay, so this guy right here proves that he has a stock alt.
I can run 1,000,000 watts of power on a burp.
Oh, what? Hold on. Say that again.
So I could run 1,000,000 watts of power if I wanted to on a 10 amp alternator if I wanted to.
Did you hear that? I think I heard that. You guys are fucking idiots. Okay, now what about grounding? These guys are fucking saying that you should ground straight from the amp to the negative on your battery.
Not if it's a stock battery.
They're all talking about their stock batteries.
Unless the stock battery is in the back. Ground should not be no longer than 3 feet long.
That's what I told them. Okay, now they said, would you rather go through steel or copper? That's what they asked me.
What are you talking about?
Resistance.
I don't know what you're asking.
They said, would it be more, I think they said more efficient to run it 3 feet away or straight to the, 20 feet to the battery?
The longer the ground wire is, the hotter an amp will run and the more the voltage can drop under load. That's why the ground should be as short as possible. The only way to run an amp directly to a battery is if the battery is sitting next to the amp. The only reason to run a ground wire from the front battery to the rear battery is if you think the ground location on your rear battery has resistance. You could then parallel the grounds from the front to the rear to equal out the ground connection, but that is not used as a primary ground. It has to only be for like testing purposes. You could use jumper cables and run them from battery to battery, and if your voltage drop decreases, then go ahead and run another ground from starting battery to a rear battery. But it's only used in like major competition, and you shouldn't really need it if your ground in the back is already good enough.
These kids are too cool for Mecco. They're too cool for headrest. Because the guy says, his subs are right next to his headrest. He wouldn't be any louder because,
So why do you think that I can run it as much power as I want to on a stock alternator?
Because you're burping.
Well, alternators run in cyclic mode, they don't, I don't know how else to explain it. Alternators have diodes on them. They're current resisting, which means that if you have a 100 amp alternator that does 100 amps, the diodes are limited to only 100 amps output, which means that if you're pulling 1,000 amps, the alternator is only going to support 100 of those amps. The voltage will then drop off to the rest level of the batteries, and the batteries will have to supply the other 900 amps in that scenario, which means that the voltage will drop from the battery's rest volt down to whatever. If you had no alternator, then that means that the batteries would have to support the whole 1,000 amp load, and they would drop a little bit more.
Okay.
That's why that for a burp, that you can run any amount of power off of any size alternator. It don't matter if it's 100 amps or 1,000 amps or a million amps. The alternator will only do what it's capable of doing. The only way for an alternator to burn up is if the bridge rectifier inside of it overheats, and that can only happen if you're doing it for a prolonged period, because the alternator is making AC current, and the rectifier is what converts AC over to DC. That switching area is what creates heat. If you're overworking the alternator, because an alternator runs in cyclic mode, the alternators don't run in like bursts. If you've got a battery that's like 50% discharged, and you got a massive high output alternator, and it'll charge this in 1 second. It has to run in cyclic mode until it's fully charged.
Right.
The more the battery gets charged, the less current that the alternator will send to it. What
about these kids talking about they get their designs, their $60 designs from PDK or was it PDK?
I hope you're talking about Pbnation again.
No, I'm not talking about Pbnation. I'm talking about that website that designs those fucking band pass boxes and whatnot.
Well, a lot of competitors have told me that those designs are terrible because they don't the actual specifications to build a box for competition is not given to the box builder. Not only that, but if a box is being built from PWK, a real competitor would not only need the available dimensions for the car, but they would need the actual car themselves, not just the specs of it. And you have to be able to tune the box with trial and error. There's not a single box software design out there that can calculate a box inside of a vehicle specifically for a competition. There's way too much trial and error involved in it.
All right, thanks. That's Shizzzon. This is Dizzle. Thanks for watching. Don't go to Pbnation for Caraudio. It's strictly paintball.